Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be going to do another palette review. I haven't filmed in a while, so if I'm a little rusty sounding, that's why. But we are going to try a palette that I have been wanting to try, but I also, wanted to show you a little bit of what my collection looks like with this brand. If you don't know by the title, but I love this brand. It's Melt Cosmetics. So Melt Cosmetics came out with a newly repackaged Gemini palette and a Gemini 2 palette. So the Gemini 2 palette, I had to have this one because my mom is Gemini and I absolutely love the Gemini one. So there's the packaging for the Gemini 2. I love that it has the symbol there for zodiac signs, and I'm a sucker for zodiacs. And then of course the packaging has like some texture there of the flowers, and then of course the packaging has pink flowers. So I have the original Gemini palette, which has kind of like these goldish flowers. The new packaging has more of them. It looks like just like this one, but it's green, but it'll have the same colors. So I was like, I'm not going to pick up another Gemini palette because I'm still using mine quite a bit. So that's the original Gemini palette. It's very pretty. It's got nice layout of olives, browns, blacks, golds, like really pretty warm earthy colors. But yes, I love this, and I've always been using this one, but the new one is pink. So when I opened it up, I love the fact they have the embossed flowers on it, and it has some green in it. So you could see some green. So we're going to actually do a double eye today. If you don't know what that is, it's my kind of like what I used to do when I was working in the trend counter. I used to always have two different colors of eyes, and that way my customers are like, oh, what the heck? You're wearing two different eyeshadows. What are those? And then of course I could walk them through how I create those looks. So there's that, and we're going to use green on one side, of course, and then the pinks on the other side. Now, there's not many greens in this palette. There's only 3. So I might have to pick up a little bit of my Gemini palette. So we'll kind of incorporate that as like base things. So we'll just go ahead and get started. I need to get ready, so I need to get started on this. Let's go ahead and start with, and of course, swatches will be afterwards because I always like to swatch afterwards, because then I know, how it performs first versus how it swatches, if that makes sense, because you use it on your eyes, you don't swatch it all day. Closer so you can see, excuse my tired eyes. I've had a long week at work, but let's go ahead and try the pink side. I think I'm going to do my right side, the pink side, and the green side will be my left eye. So we're going to go in with this shade here. This shade is called Bella. And we'll do right eye. We'll use this as kind of like the crease shade color. It's a nice warm peach. There are no brow bone shades in this, so you know how I feel about that. I'm going to do, what is this? Ladylike, which is this shade here. Oh, that's a nice, deeper kind of peachy tone. Really pretty. Alright, and I'm just building on this. I'm just going to go ahead and go in with Sweetheart, which is the next one. And we're just building the crease. Now, I've been kind of going back and forth between doing a crease, my crease shades first, and then my dark shades. So we'll see how this goes. It's pigmented, that's for sure. I'm going to take Bella again to kind of blend out that harsh line. And I get super messy on the outer corner because then I end up cleaning it up with a makeup wipe. Alright, we're going to go in with, I think it's Gemelas. This one here. There's not a lot of shimmers. There's only 2 shimmers in this palette, which is kind of disappointing. I'm just going to work that into the outer corner. Do I want to do a halo eye, or do I want to do, yeah, I think I might do a halo eye. So I'm just going to actually put some dark shades here. And I'm using this to build. And yeah, I'm using the same brush. I always do. I just clean it off and then I go back to it. So just kind this out a little bit more. And don't worry, I'll kind of make this all blended. All right, now we're going to go in with, I can't believe Lovesick is in here. I've been wanting Lovesick in that stack because I have the stacks, but I don't have the Lovesick stack. And Lovesick is my favorite cranberry color. It is gorgeous. Ooh. Reminds me of, what was that one from Line Crime? Sorry, you could probably hear my dog barking. See, that's why I don't like doing the light shades first, because it gets patchy for me. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to fix that. It got a little patchy right here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I'll fix it. Alright, then we're going to take Alex Queen, which is the darkest shade in the palette, and I'm just going to kind of press that in. And just kind of like, so I always do my dark shades first, because then you end up with that patchiness. I don't want patchiness today. Take Lovesick a little bit, just to kind of blend that out. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Clean off my brush here, and then we'll go in with Sweetheart. I'm just trying to blend everything out so it's nice and transition. Then I'm going to get a new brush to get Bella, which is that lighter shade, the lightest shade we started off with. Because we're going to use this to kind of really buff in. And like I said, I don't worry about the outer corner. That's just the way I do my eyeshadow. And we are just buffing away. Making sure it's nice and blended. On camera it looks a little choppy, but trust me, in person it's fine. I'm not sure how to do this because Schmood here is way too dark to be in the middle. Oh, it's gorgeous though. Oh, that's pretty. I might put that in my lower lash line. So we're going to pull from trusty, original OG Gemini palette, and we're going to use the shade Gemini. And we're putting that in the middle. See, that's the only thing with this palette. I feel like it's gonna be one of those palettes that you just need to like have something else in mind to create and complete a look. So that's gonna be the issue with this one. So I'm gonna take a little bit of Lovesick to kind of blend those edges out. And of course, I'm just gonna deepen that a little bit more, take a little bit of Bella again, and just buff. Perfect. Alright, we're going to do, let me fix my primer a little bit. We're going to do, we're going to have to start with dark colors. This isn't going to work with the greens. I feel like greens on me tend to patch up very quickly. So we're going to go ahead and go into Boy Mum, which is this. It's kind of like a brownish, dark olive green. And I probably should have done the reds like this because reds can be difficult starting off with transition shades, but I wanted to see those transition shades before, like on their own, without building it so much. Alright, and then we're going to take, I need a new blending brush. I keep going through my blending brush. Let's just wash my brushes. Alright, we're going to go in with Almond Eyes here. That's a nice, like, khaki olive green. And we're going to use that to kind of buff out these edges. Oh, that is intense. Alright, we got to put Gemini 2 away. Pick up OG Gemini and do Fire OG. Because that is a lighter version of an olive green. We're going to use that to really buff that. Okay, perfect. Clean off my brush here. And then I'm going to go in with Mochi, which is this, it's really, really unique shade. It's like a mustardy green. Very unique. Now I've had this palette for ages and I absolutely love it. I'm glad that they came out with a new one, but I'm just like, I don't really need a new one. I'm still working on this one. These last forever. And as you could see, with the greens, it was much easier, much faster to kind of blend everything out. So that's the thing with that, is that you get, when you start with the darker ones, you get a little better color payoff. So let's go ahead and go back in with Boy Mum. And I'm going to mix a little bit of Almond Eyes in there, just to kind of deepen this back up. Alright, so the shimmer in this is Mateo, and that is way too dark. So we're going to take Goals in the original one and place that at the center of the lid with our finger. I kind of want to like make this one a little bit more noticeable. Perfect. Alright, and then we're going to take Almond Eyes from the Gemini 2 and just kind of merge that a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to hop off camera. I'm going to do my brow bone separately to blend everything together, but then I'm going to come back and... Alright, so I hadn't set the rest of my makeup. I only set under my eyes. I've been doing that a lot lately. Just don't know why. Alright, so we're going to do the lower lash line for the red side, and we're going to use Schmood because I swatched it and it was absolutely gorgeous. I like that shade. And we're going to just use, let's see, oh my god, I'm pulling so many brushes here, I don't want to pull them all. Alright, I'm going to use this one. It's like one of my old ZC palette ones, and it's quite sunny outside. We're going to take Schmood, and we're actually just going to drag it across, because this is gorgeous. I figured there was going to be some fallout, so I didn't set the rest of my makeup. That's really pretty, but it's hard to like get it nice and even. It's almost like a metallic brown red. It's got like some red flecks in there too. Alright, we're going to take Sweetheart from the palette and use that to kind of buff it out. And I have a lot of fallout. Oh, I figured with this one it'd be a little bit more of a fallout. Alright, so that color is kind of hard to do just because it just has a lot of like fallout, and then when you buff it out, it like disappears. So I've got it back again. I don't know what's going on with this. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to take Ladylike to kind of buff it out a little more. Alright, much better. I mean, it's very, I always blow out my lower lash line, just I like to do that. Alright, we're going to do, actually, it's a little too blown out actually. I'm going to redo this. Alright, so that didn't go as planned. Just because it was just a little too patchy, so I'm kind of shocked on how patchy that was. And also how much fallout there was. So we're going to redo this eye. I don't like doing that, but I don't want to look sleepy with too much. Alright, much better. And then I will not set my under eye real quick, and then I'm just going to go ahead and take a, like that's, what happened to my smudger brush? I just had a smudger brush here. Ah, there it is. Alright, we're going to take Schmood again. I think I'm just going to press it. There we go. This one just takes a lot of TLC, but it's a beautiful color. All right, we're gonna take Sweetheart and buff it closer. So I don't lose that. And normally I do set my under eye before I do my lower lash line. But I'm just gonna do it that way. Now for the lower lash line on the other eye, we're gonna do Mateo, which is this shade here. It's really pretty too. I'm just fearing it's gonna have that same issue. It's actually not having that same issue. Let me get a different brush here. A little bit of fallout. Oh, that's got like a nice gold, like chunky fleck to it. I don't know if you can see it. It's really pretty. All right, and then we're gonna do, well, I can't pull from that palette really, because it's too dark of a green. So we'll do Fire OG here from the original Gemini. I'm going to use this to kind of buff that out. And kind of fix this a little. Perfect. Alright, so eyes are almost done. We're going to do the inner corners now. There are not bright enough ones, but I'm going to use this one from the OG Gemini one. That one's called Gemini. And we are going to place this in the inner corner. It's a little dark for me for inner corner highlight, but it'll do. Alright, and then I'm going to do Goals from the original Gemini palette. So it's the same what I have on my lid, so, but I will brighten them a little bit more as I go. So, alright, I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, come back, let you know my thoughts on the palette, and alright, so I really, really love this palette. I really do. It's very warm, very polar opposite of what original Gemini has. So I love the colors. They blend really well. The only issue I had was with Schmood. It was a little bit more of like a chalkier fallout type of thing. So you have to really press it into the eye and carefully blend it because there's a really pretty shimmer to it. However, it goes away if you blend too hard. So you have to be very careful with that. I absolutely, of course, love my original Gemini palette, and I'm glad I got to incorporate it in this look. So honestly, if you love the Gemini palette and don't mind that there's no transition shades, I mean not transition shades, brow bone shades, like I love a brow bone shade. Sorry, the sun is like going in and out. If you love brow bone shades, this is not the best for you, just because it doesn't have any brow bone shades, shimmers. It's very, very rare that you find a really good shimmer. The shimmers, there's only 2 in there. This is mostly matte, so if you're a matte girl, this is definitely for you. So I really liked, and we're gonna swatch this real quick before I hop off because I gotta get ready. Alright, so we're gonna go in with Bella, and they're very creamy. Like I'm telling you, super creamy, pigmented. Everything you want in a good matte palette. Lovesick is in this, which is totally like what I've been dying to have because I never got the Lovesick stack. So it's really pretty, and these swatch absolutely gorgeously. I just wish there was a little bit more green in it, but I like the variety. So there's the swatches. Not a lot of bright shimmers, but that's okay because that's just, this is a very deep earthy palette, so I like that about it. But then I wish there was more shimmers in it. Like I could definitely not need 3 different transition shades really in the pink section. So I mean, it's a good palette. I just wish there was just a brighter, like almost like duochrome type of pink, like a pale white pink, so that you could have that really pretty inner corner highlight. Something or other, you know, I want something like that. So definitely if you are in the market, and then if you're wondering what blush I'm wearing, this is my absolute favorite blush. It's from the Melt Amor y Mariposas. This is the most gorgeous blush because it makes my skin look so dewy and glowy. I'm like, oh, I need more. But I love these blushes. They give you a punch of color, but it's nice because it's very it's very smooth, and I like the way it blends. So yeah, overall, good palette, of course. I love Melt Cosmetics. So these do retail, I believe $58 is what it retails for. I know they had a set with the new packaging of the Gemini and this one for like $90, $100. I was like, nah, I just need this one. I don't want this one. But yeah, I bought this when it launched, and by now it's been a while. So yeah, I love building my beautiful collection of Melt Cosmetics because I absolutely love Melt Cosmetics. And Gemini Palette is none other than the best palettes that I've had. I do love the brunette one. That one, I did use the brow bone shade in that. So this is kind of like my go-to basic palette. I love that one. And I love the Mariposas one, the Mori Mariposas one. And then, of course, their blush palette's really good. So if you haven't checked out Melt Cosmetics, you really need to because they have very good products. The quality is there. It's no fail in the eyeshadows, definitely. All right, so that's it for me. I need to get going. So yeah, I am very excited to actually put like makeup on because I've been doing very natural looks for work just because I've been at home kind of helping with courses, and I want to look professional on camera, so this is kind of a nice change. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe and like this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.